I imagine it's different for each one.
I just search quotes for Mozzie, and then that's easy. Actually, Mozzie's my heart. I think Channing's easiest is Mozzie. She pretty much lives Mozzie.
I love Mozzie.
Yeah, well, you read. Dan wrote his manifestos, so.
Sometimes the hardest character to write, I think, for me personally, is Neil sometimes, because there's always so much going on, in his head, really. And so to articulate that and express that on screen is sometimes very difficult, especially when he's got to be so duplicitous all the time. So sort of figuring out ways to get into Neil's headspace every once in a while and make it clear to the viewer, what he's feeling as opposed to actually saying can be difficult. But at the same time, it's very rewarding, when you do crack that, I think.
Yeah, just to add to that, I had that same. I would actually say for me it's also Neil, because I think especially in this first chunk of the season where he is doing so much, he is being duplicitous, and then like I did an episode where he breaks up with Sarah and then doesn't talk to anybody about it, except for he kind of mentions it to Mozzie. So it's like you're trying to get into his headspace of like, how does Neil feel in this moment? And you have to sort of write lines where you can't really talk about it, but you have to sort of get into his head and think, obviously he's kind of upset about it, but maybe this is for the best, but does he really believe that? And it's just all these sort of questions. So I think he's the most layered in terms of what he's dealing with without communicating it. I think that makes him a challenge sometimes.
How much does a